Hey friends, today I have a very exciting episode. We're going to be reviewing another FiFine microphone, but this time this one's a little bit more in the mid-range of pricing, coming in at just under $50. Let's take a look at this sweet new microphone that my friends over at FiFine sent me to review. So let's talk about this microphone just a little bit more. So what do you get in the box? Well, you get the microphone, of course. I mean, that's pretty obvious there. You do get an adjustable desk stand, which does include 3 detachable stand tube and heightened kind of pieces there. So you can actually take those little tubes off and make this a little bit higher or a little bit lower, which is pretty cool. And then you are getting about a 6.5 foot long USB cable, which is very handy if you need the extra space to really excel these cables. Because I know with a lot of cables that come with microphones, they're not always the longest in the world, so kudos to FiFine for thinking about that stuff. And we also get a male to female adapter, so if you want to take this off the stand and put this onto one of your boom stands or some kind of other microphone stand that you have lying around, you can do that as well. And then of course you get your user manual, and also you get a little bit of information, like a little packet in there, your warranty information and things like that. So now on the microphone itself, it's pretty simple and straightforward. I do like the blue LED light that illuminates within the microphone there. I think that's a nice little touch. It makes it look kind of cool and sleek and more like one of the premium microphones. You're getting a 16mm capsule, so that's a condenser microphone element with cardioid polar pattern. So that's pretty useful for what, the majority of us making YouTube videos or streamers would be using this microphone for. Having that cardioid is very important for me because I like to record just one direction. That's just me talking straight into the microphone. You also get a volume control knob that just literally just goes left or right, and I found that works really well as far as toning in that volume control. Depending on if the microphone's going to be a little bit farther away or closer to you, you can help dial in those controls, whereas some of the other FiFine mics that I've reviewed in the past did not have that. You were just stuck with whatever you plug it in, you start recording, and that's pretty much what you got. And on the back side, there actually is a headphone jack, so basically just your standard headphone jack and plug into that. So that way you can kind of get hear a little bit about what's going on and see if you're peaking or having any issues like that. Now, overall, the microphone build quality is super nice. It's really solid. I mean, the weight with this thing, it's not made out of plastic. I would assume this is aluminum. I'm not like your normal tech guy that knows a lot about what this is all built out of. It just says that it's a metal construction with a tough, durable, resilient design, and I can really vouch for that and say that, yeah, I mean, it's got a really durable design. It's got a lot of weight to it, and it feels good. It doesn't feel like a more inexpensive a microphone, and coming in at just under $50, I think the build quality is definitely worth it. You can tilt the microphone back and forth and kind of position it as you need for whatever kind of setting that you particularly have. I just set mine on my desk for the purpose of making this video, and I sat in front of it and talked to it for a little bit. You do have your rear and front side. Obviously, you want to be talking into the front of the microphone because that's where the magic actually happens. So I have had some time to kind of play around with the microphone and listen to some different settings, and also, kind of add my own effects and compressions to that as well. So really quickly, here's what the audio sounds like with no effects, settings, compression, or anything whatsoever. And now here is what the audio sounds like with just some basic settings and changes that I do to my audio. Now, I do these exact same changes to my Yeti audio as well, and that's kind of the microphone that I like to compare a lot of other mics to, is because that's the microphone I typically use on a common basis. So my overall impressions of the microphone is that it performs very well, it's very well built, the price range is not that bad at all, and it's very close to my Yeti microphone, which super excites me, because I have a very specific sound that I like to produce when I'm speaking or talking, and honestly, to try to save a little bit of money, that's not a bad idea. Again, just under $50, this is a very feasible microphone, whether you're wanting to stream, make YouTube videos, or whatever else it is that you may want to do. If you want to find out more about this microphone, check the link in the description box below, and as always, be sure to create something new today.